Dear student, my dear friends, this is Rakesh Mohan Kothari welcomes you on behalf of Physical Edupedia channel. Today we are going to discuss physical fitness, component of physical fitness, component of health related fitness. And Mr. Yogesh ji will discuss regarding these subtopics of chapter 3. So let's welcome to Mr. Yogesh ji.
Hello, dear friends. I hope that you all are enjoying learning through our channel. Now, friends, in my first video of chapter 3, we have covered physical fitness, wellness, and lifestyle meaning, its importance, the definition, and what all factors which affects physical fitness, wellness, and lifestyle. In this video, we are going to cover the remaining subtopics of chapter 3. Those are components of physical fitness and wellness and components of health related fitness. Now let's see what they are. Now first understand the components of physical fitness. Dear students, for the overall development of fitness, it is necessary to know the different kind of components which are required for fitness. Now physical fitness have 5 fitness components which measures the physical fitness of a person. Various experiments have been conducted to measure the physical fitness of a person. Various exercises have been done to develop these components. So, the components of physical fitness are as follows. First is speed, second is strength, third is stamina, or a technical word is endurance, but in general we know it as stamina. Fourth is flexibility or suppleness. Fifth is synchronization or coordination in the body. Speed is the first component of physical fitness. Let's understand what is speed. Speed can be defined as the ability or capacity of the individual to perform a movement of the same pattern at faster rate. In fact, speed is the ability to move the body as fast as possible, especially in running. However, different sports skills require different types of fast movements and quick reactions. Now, to know the formula, to find out the formula of speed is equal to distance upon time. Now, let's understand the importance of speed and what are the factors which defines or which are responsible for speed. Most of the sports require speed over short distances, such as running between wickets in cricket, attacking movements in football, attacking in basketball, handball, etc. Speed depends on the heredity factor. The things which defines or responsible for speed are muscle fibers. There are 2 types of muscle fibers in the body: fast twitch fibers and slow twitch fibers. Fast twitch fibers are able to contract rapidly and produce maximum force, whereas slow twitch fibers contract slowly and produce less force. Fast twitch fibers fatigue quickly, whereas slow twitch fibers fatigue slowly. So, by this we understand that fast twitch fibers are responsible for speed, whereas slow twitch fibers are responsible for endurance. So it can be decided easily whether an individual is suitable for speed events or for events which are related to endurance, because percentage of these fibers in an individual can be measured. So it can be concluded that speed is inherited. It is difficult to improve speed significantly, but to some extent, training can enhance the speed slightly by reducing the reaction time of an individual. So, by giving the proper training and reducing the reaction time, one can improve his speed gradually. Speed is used in every sports except endurance related sports. Now let's move. Strength is the ability of the muscles to overcome resistance. Strength can also be defined as the amount of force a muscle or muscle group can exert. Strength of the body can be measured in pounds or ounce. Some avocation of or sports may require less amount of strength, while other avocations or sport may require much strength. In the same way, some sports or avocations require different type of strength, while some sports require other type of strength. So, for a better understanding, strength can be divided into two parts: static strength and dynamic strength. Now let's understand the dynamic strength, which is having three subparts: maximum strength, explosive strength, and strength endurance. Now let's understand what they are. Dynamic strength can be called isotonic strength because it is related to the movement like push-ups or pull-ups. Generally, dynamic strength can be divided into three parts. First is maximum strength. It is the ability to act against maximum resistance. Maximum strength is not usually used in majority of sports, but it is also usually used in those sports in which very heavy resistance have to be tackled. For example, weightlifting, shot put, hammer throw, discus throw, javelin throw, etc. In other sports, maximum strength is required for a short period. Another example is cross position in Roman ring, in gymnastic, starting and acceleration phase in sprinting events, and take off in long jump, high jump, triple jump, and pole vault. In such sports, maximum strength is really very important. The second type of strength is explosive strength. Explosive strength can be defined as the ability to overcome resistance with high speed. In fact, it is the combination of strength and speed abilities. Explosive strength is generally used in sprint starts, weightlifting, shot put, hammer throw, javelin throw, discus throw, long jump, high jump, triple jump, and pole vault. Up to some extent, it is also used in endurance events, especially in the start and spurt phases. In above mentioned sports, this force is applied just like explosion. That's why it is called explosive strength. Strength endurance is the combination of strength and endurance abilities. Strength endurance can be defined as the ability to overcome resistance or to act against resistance under condition of fatigue. It can be form of static or dynamic strength depending on the fact whether the movement is static or dynamic. Strength endurance is commonly used in long distance races, swimming, road cycling. As you can see in the GIF picture, during the boxing, when the player is continuing his punching, he has to continue with the strength and for a longer time if he want to defeat the opponent with his punches. Same in the cycling, to overlap or to get lead from the opponent, the person is trying his level best to move ahead forward. Same in the swimming. So it can be concluded that strength endurance is usually applied in most of the sports. Now let's understand the second type of strength, which is static strength. Static strength is also called isometric strength. It is the ability of the muscles to act against resistance. As you can see in the pictures, the person is lying down and try to balancing his body with the help of his arms and toe. Now there is no movement is happening, but strength is being used against the resistance. Same in the picture below, where the person is trying to push the wall, and the same thing you can experience or you can try with wall at home. That when you try to push the wall, there is no movement which is happening, but you will feel a stress in your muscles, and the strength is being used against the resistance. We can measure the strength by dynamometer, as you can see in the picture. This is the dynamometer. So to measure strength, the equipment is dynamometer. Let's move. The third component of physical fitness is endurance. Generally we know endurance as stamina. Endurance is another component of physical fitness like speed and strength. It is the ability to sustain an activity. It also defines endurance as ability to resist fatigue. In all sports, endurance is directly or indirectly of high importance. For example, the number of sit-ups an individual can complete in 1 minute is often used to measure the endurance of the abdominal muscle. The type of endurance varies from sport to sport. Basically, there are two types of endurance: short-term endurance and long-term endurance. Now, short duration or the short-term endurance is needed in sports where the actions or the movement is only for short duration and the actions or movement is intense. Like you can see in the pictures, the team members are doing the rowing, the players are playing boxing, and the person is pulling up the bar. So these activities will be are going to be there for few minutes. So when the activity is being conducted for a shorter period of time, the short-term endurance is required. Whereas long-distance endurance is needed in sports where the action of movement is for a longer duration and the action is less intense. That is in long-distance races, road cycling, cross-country races, etc. Endurance is not only needed in sports, but also it is needed for a common individual in day-to-day life. There are three ways or three methodologies or three methods to increase endurance, and they are interval training, continuous training method, and repetition method. So by these three training methods, one can enhance the endurance. For physical fitness, flexibility is a necessary component. Flexibility is the range of movement of joints. An individual who has proper flexibility can perform his daily work very easily. Such person seems to be attractive. Flexibility is not only a significant factor in sports, but also it is equally significant for an individual in daily life. Range of movement varies significantly from joint to joint, but depends on the structure of the surrounding tendons, ligaments, and muscle tissues. Flexibility is related to the genetical factors as well as physical activity programs. Flexibility is helpful in learning various skills easily, such as backstroke in swimming. Flexibility is of two types. First type is passive flexibility and the other one is active flexibility. Active flexibility has also two types: static flexibility and dynamic flexibility. The ability to do movements with greater distance with external help is called passive flexibility. For example, stretching exercise with the help of a partner. So, to remember passive flexibility, the key point is it requires external help to do the movements. Passive flexibility is always more than active flexibility. In fact, passive flexibility is the foundation of active flexibility. Whereas active flexibility is the ability to do movement for a longer distance without external help. That is, to do a stretch without the help of a partner. So, active flexibility is of two types: static flexibility and dynamic flexibility. Static flexibility is usually required by a sports person when he remains in static position. As you can see in the first three pictures, that players are doing the stretching uh, on one place, they are not moving anywhere. Uh, so let's understand dynamic flexibility. Dynamic flexibility is needed for doing movement with greater distance when an individual is in motion. So you can see the person is doing the walking lunges and the football goalkeeper is stretching his whole body to save the goal. So the difference between static and dynamic is static is at one place, okay, and dynamic means with movement. So now we understand the concept of flexibility. The last component of physical fitness is coordinative abilities. As you can see in the pictures, the gymnast is doing the performance. Football players are dodging. Neymar is doing a skill on football where he is taking the ball over the head of the from behind of the body to dodge the defender. And in Coco picture, the chaser is taking a long stride with the help of pole, stretching his whole body. The body is in control. So, the coordinative abilities are those abilities of an individual which enables the individual to do various related activities properly as well as efficiently. Now, as you can see in all the pictures, that all the movements are being done with efficiency. Our accuracy, rhythm, flow, and constancy depends on our coordinative abilities. Coordinative abilities, earlier it was known as agility, but now agility has been converted into coordinative abilities. It can be improved by performing correct movements. Let's discuss components of health related physical fitness, which are cardiorespiratory endurance, muscular endurance, muscular strength, flexibility, and body composition. Cardiorespiratory endurance is the ability to exercise the entire body for a long period of time. It shows the capacity of heart, lungs, and to clear blood vessels to supply the body with oxygen. Running, swimming, aerobic dance, cycling are the few examples of cardiorespiratory endurance. A person must do the activity continuously for a minimum of 20 minutes within their target heart rate zone. So, the key point which we have to keep in the mind when we talk about cardiorespiratory system is the exercise for a longer period of time by keeping the heart rate into by keeping the heart rate within the limits or within the target zone. The second component of health related physical fitness is muscular endurance, which is the ability to use the muscles attached to the bones without getting tired. It can be enhanced either by increasing number of repetitions or duration of the exercise or the activity. Examples are moving up and down on stairs, weightlifting, sit-ups, pull-ups, etc. So, the key point in muscular endurance is either you have to increase the time or duration of the activity or the number of repetitions. The next component is muscular strength, which can be defined as the ability of muscle or muscle group to exert force or to overcome resistance. It is essential for performing routine work easily and smoothly, such as lifting weight. Weight training is a useful method to enhance muscular strength. The next component is flexibility. Students, we have already discussed these components in physical fitness. So flexibility, you are very much aware that it's a range of movement uh, at the joints. Flexibility is of two types: active and passive. Passive requires external support, whereas active don't require any external support. In active flexibility, there are two types. One is static and another one is dynamic. Static, when the movements are not there at one place, the person is doing the stretching, whereas in dynamic, the flexibility is required during the movements. So it is required to execute movement with greater amplitude of range. It is the range of movement of joints. The last component is body composition. Body composition is the percentage of fat, bone, water and muscle in human bodies. It is a percentage of lean body mass. As we have seen, the people who have a high percentage of fat are more likely to be ill and have a higher death rate than lean person. So, good composition can be achieved with the help of a healthy diet and regular exercise, and it is very essential to live for a healthy life. Students, we have given few sample questions in this video for you, which might help you during your examinations. You can take the reference of these questions, which are of three types: multiple choice type questions, short answers questions, and long answer questions. So I wish you all the very best. Take care.
Thank you, Yogesh. Very nice explanation from your side. Yeah, we have multiple choice questions here and model questions that are multiple choice and short answer type, 3 marks question and long answer question. Thank you so much. Dear student, if you have any doubt, any queries, you can write in the comment box. Please like, subscribe this channel and circulate these videos to the 11th class student as they can get maximum benefit from these videos. Thank you so much for listening us. Thank you.